people take
Stupid.
overpriced listings. It's good to have multi-million-dollar listings or million-dollar listings that are trying to prove that they're luxury agents. So they'll take things 200K, 300K overpriced.
Yeah.
You're not doing anyone a service. To be honest.
Good.
It's embarrassing.
Great, thank you. Can I also say, so good morning, everybody. I just started recording. This is Expires Gone Digital, and Miranda, you just brought up an amazing point that people take overpriced listings for a number of reasons. One, to make themselves look good, to make it look like they're luxury agents when they're not. Number two, before the market turned, they take it because they wanted, not when the market was high, but in a normal market, they would take it just so they could get price decreases. Can I tell you, I also teach code of ethics. That's against the code of ethics. That's a code of ethics violation to take a listing that's overpriced knowingly that it's overpriced. So when you take a listing that is more than 50% what they purchased it for in less than a year, do you think there's a potential code of ethics violation here, people?
Absolutely.
That is ridiculous. But I'm not going to go after a code of ethics violation on somebody. You know what I'm going to go after? The expired listing. Because that sucker's going to expire, right? I mean, come on, people. That's the things we're going to be looking for. I want you to look for these. There's going to be agents that are going to be frequent flyers of this, okay? That we're going to notice that they're going to be overpricing things a lot. And we're going to know these listings are going to expire because this market does not have that craze anymore. And the chances of something like that actually selling today is very slim to none. So, and if it does so, I'll eat my words. I'm not eating a worm, but I'll eat my words. Okay, so.
Quick question, if a seller is adamant about their number, do you think it's because of the code of ethics issue, we just simply have to walk away? Or sometimes you take a listing and it's a little bit beneficial to have that pretty listing sitting there.
So, well, you know what? It's never beneficial to take a listing that doesn't sell,
The
in my
walkaway is very
opinion.
powerful.
I think a takeaway is very powerful. However, depends on how much the differential is in your point on. So I'm never adverse to saying, listen, we could try it your way for a week, 2 weeks, that I would write into the listing agreement. If we don't get X amount of showings and X amount of offers in this amount of time, then we bring it down to this price. If you get that in writing, I have no problem with that, right? We can try it your way. But if it don't work, we try it my way. That's fair, right? Let's let the market decide. It's not, but I always set the expectation. You don't get to decide the price of your home. Sorry to tell you. I don't get to decide the price of your home. The buyers don't get to decide the price of your home. It's the market that determines the price of your home, right? So let's let the market decide. We'll try it your way for a week or two. We'll try it my way. Let's see what happens, right? This seems fair. Okay, so let's take a peek and see what has expired in the last 180 days in 3, 4, 7, 8, 6. We have had 8 things already expire in Windermere. Let's take a quick little look and look at their beauties. 2.2, 1.8, 1.1. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but these top 3 ones, well, other than the first 2, which I could care less about, let's just turn them around and go the other way. And let's just look at them and say, let's take them.
My neighbor there.
Casabella, who wants it? All right. So here's the first problem. Who has ever heard of AAA Global Ventures? First problem. Here's the second problem. They offered it for 2%. Right? At least they did it straight across the board. I'll give them that. That's a good one. Uh-huh. And this is yeah. Well, it doesn't say owner is the seller, so, oh no, it does. Representation, seller represented. That doesn't say anything, so, yeah. Owner says Chen, so no, we don't know who it is.
It's on the market for a year.
Yep.
It was sold on March 24th
Oh.
for 2.3.
Where, let's see.
Go to
Go down to
history.
history, yes.
That's what I always look at first.
Yeah,
Because sometimes it'll
sometimes
waste your
it's
damn
all
time.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Sold for 2.2 instead of when it went a pending, new, expired.
It was
2.0.
sold with a different person.
Oh yeah, they got rid of them. Your home sold guaranteed. Oh, maybe they did one of those cash buyers.
That's what it's, can you look at
Yeah, he listed it for.
It is.
it? It looks like it might have been one of those ones where it's just list only, but I don't. Maybe not.
Let's see. Appointment
Or
only.
Sold guaranteed.
Oh, he went to 2.5 minus, oh, how weird.
Yeah.
He only took away his 715, which is his transaction fee only from a single agent. Oh, that's super fun. But guys, if you get this one and you have no rep, what is the best thing to do when you go on the listing presentation with this? Anybody know?
Ask them why they excluded one portion.
Mr. Seller, just out of curiosity, there are 3 different types of brokerage relationships here in the state of Florida. You have single agents, transaction brokers, which most of us are, and then you have no representation. Is there any reason that you chose not to work with a whole group of realtors? You didn't want them to bring their buyers? And don't say anything. And they look at you and they say, what do you mean? You flipped around that MLS and you show them where you have that highlighted. And you say, see, you didn't want to pay them any money. You didn't want them to bring their buyers? I had no idea. Strange. Because that is supposed to be approved by the seller.
It's in the listing.
It's in the listing agreement, exactly.
You may want to ask them why they were penalizing the potential single agent as well.
Well, that's another thing too. Yeah, and the curiosity, why were you even taking more money from this group? How many shillings did you get? Because, you know, unfortunately, in the state of Florida, nobody really even knows what what kind of brokerage they are. So I'd be surprised anybody brought their customers because they probably were scared that you were going to pay them at all. We don't do that. At Sotheby's, we welcome everybody. We just want to give you the best chance at selling your home. Just saying, works every time. Just saying. Okay, so that's that interesting one. Let's go back to this next one and see if that did anything. So here we have Lake Roper, 1.185. That's Susie Carr Realty. They didn't sell that. Let's see. That's another 2.25. Let's see if they did it across the road. Oh, 1. This is so easy. It's like taking candy from a baby. I love these. See, these are why we go to expired listings. So easy to pick this thing apart. Let's see if it's sold. Oh, bummer. Never sold. Boy, she tried for a long time. New, decrease, increase.
Even what Julie-
TOM.
And she had
Mhm.
expired before.
Mhm,
Oh, I like it.
Did she
mhm.
ever
Back on
sell
market.
the
It went
listing?
from 1.7
And cancel with Charlie.
No, yeah.
to 8.
Yeah, so.
But this
Charlie-
isn't Susie.
Oh, Charlie
This
had it
is
different.
Susie's brokerage she sold, which is so weird because she sold her name, but Susie's with us. So it's really confusing. So don't be confused. This is not Susie Carr because Susie Carr's were Premier Sotheby's. This is Susie Carr's Realty that she sold, which is bizarre because it's her name. I know it's very confusing. I understand. It's very weird. I know. Because Susie Carr is a great name.
Yeah, she's a legend. One of the-
Yeah, she's a legend. So, but she's a legend and they couldn't sell it. Now, see, if I was Susie, I would go after this because I'd say you tried to get the legend through my name. Now you really want the real legend. But but Susie's ready to retire, so she may not want to do that. But if I were you, whoever works Windermere, I would go after this.
Light bulb moment. We'll circle back.
Okay, so this is, we need to look at this one. This is something that we definitely would look at. We could look at seeing getting their phone number. This would be a great text message saying, see if they were just still interested in selling their home. And if they were interested in getting the same price, you know, we at Sotheby's can't imagine that you didn't sell your home. Text if you're, this is a text message. I would be texting them for sure. We can text them a little neighborhood thing. This would be a neighborhood report I'd be texting. How many of your neighbors already sold and you didn't? Question mark, question mark. Right? Okay. Let's move on. Okay, so this is in the town of Windermere, 1.1 was on the market only 15 days. That's very bizarre. This one, oh God, can we just get it any easier? 1% here again. Who is Florida Invest Us? Again, nobody. I don't know Debbie Spice, and apparently nobody else did either because they didn't buy her from her. Let's see. Yes, let's see what happened. Debbie's been trying for a while. Jack Keller tried before her. Coldwell Banker tried. So let's see. is so, oh my gosh, look at the prices
Wow.
though. So that's the thing.
Wow.
So in October 2021, it went on for 1.1. Then it was withdrawn the next month. Then it was canceled in May. Notice no price change. That was all Debbie. Then Debbie came back like a vengeance in January. How she
The
can,
weird thing is, look at,
Temporarily off.
look at the dates.
but
Those aren't in order.
where?
The dates
They're
don't look
not,
like they're in
yeah.
order.
There's January, new listing canceled. in May.
Well, yeah, Penn did. Then temporarily off market.
But it was canceled at in 5/1.
No, this is, yeah, she canceled it in May, which is after, so these are out of order. You're right. That's bizarre. So they went, she came back in January. Looks like she penned it. Then she went temporarily off market. Then she canceled it and then it expired.
Carrie, you know what this looks like?
A mess.
Who's driving the ship? The agent?
The
or
customer.
The customer.
This is a very weak agent who's just doing whatever the customer
On
says.
when they get a phone call,
Mhm.
they do this. On
It
when they
even
get a
says,
phone
it.
call,
Yeah,
they
it
do
even
that.
says. it in the
Okay,
listing.
so we can tell that already because who did the agent, the customer use before? Assist to Sell. So this agent, this customer went with Crest Corp International. Who is that? Nobody knows. Assist to Sell, ridiculous. At least they went with Coldwell Banker, but didn't do any good there. Then they went Jack Keller, no idea, but they work with Jack. Who's Jack? No one knows. And then Florida Invest Us. Who's that? Again, nobody knows. Okay, if you're trying to sell a house for 1.1 million, you haven't had any luck even when you tried to sell it way back at whatever. Wouldn't you get a real company? So here, what would we use when you go sit in front of this seller? What are we
I
gonna
wanna know
say?
Their motivation. Why are they trying to sell? Why haven't they?
Because I want to sell and get money, Miranda.
Of course you want to get money, doesn't everyone in a quick timely manner, but what are your hopes, goals and dreams? What are you trying to achieve next that we can utilize these assets for? Where are we going next?
Utah.
Let's get you to Utah.
Yeah, but why could you do it when nobody else could?
Well, you know what? It's really about how and when you want to get to Utah. What's your timeline? Let's talk about that strategically.
I want to get there when I got good money in my pocket.
Perfect. Get money in your pocket as soon as you make a reasonable
Not with
decision on
Florida
what price
Invest.
you're gonna list at.
Okay, how about this one, guys? So Miranda, you want to get there when you have money in your pocket. Is that what I'm hearing you say?
Absolutely.
So let me ask you this. How many people like yourself do you really think could afford a beautiful home like you could that
Oh,
live around you?
no one. I'm the richest person in my neighborhood, but you know.
So-
a couple.
But not many, right? I mean, not like
No,
you,
not like me, no.
right? So why would you keep only advertising to the people who live around you?
Thought about
I mean, if you really want to get where you're going, you need people who have money that come from places like New York, California, right? Who can move here and buy your home cash. So why would you keep advertising in the same local MLS with these same companies that are just from here instead of coming to, I don't know, a global company like Sotheby's?
I thought I could sell it all on my own.
How'd that work for you?
Realtor remarks
Okay.
for this property.
Didn't it say something in the
Horrible
listing?
seller, we hate them? No, okay. I don't think that you're right. That's also code of ethics violation. Back in the market after sellers took it off for the holidays, appointment only, listing to a company. If clients are wanting to put a pool, we need a variance for approval for the town. Setback is realistically only a lap pool. Okay. Any interested clients must drive the property before appointments, pre-approval required. Closing First American
Something's
can be
wrong
in
with
any
it.
other office remotely.
Electrical plumbing.
Yeah.
So this is
Yeah,
someone
there's some
who's a
red
weak
flags.
agent who cannot get around the fact that the yard isn't big enough for anything but a lap pool. So what?
Why would you bring
Why
that
would you
up?
put that?
Yeah,
in?
exactly.
But it has,
Don't bring
it has
that
a lot
up.
of acres, it's, between 1/4 and.
Yeah, but it
and a
doesn't
half.
matter. If the agent is putting that in there, it's because they've had that objection and that's what they're using as the crutch to the seller, the reason they can't sell.
Besides the plumbing,
And they're telling you there's.
Besides the
electrical
plumbing?
Yeah, plumbing is
yeah.
just put that in your
So
So
disclosure
put it on your disclosure. Why the hell would you put that under realtor remarks?
to keep people away.
Because you don't know what you're
And only
doing.
with one picture.
So no one wants to come.
And one picture. You're obviously, well, no, they could have taken the pictures out after expired. A lot of times people do that. Yeah, they don't want their pictures in the MLS because they don't want agents to steal them, which of course, are they allowed to do that? No, but does it happen all the time?
Yes.
Sadly, yes. Mhm.
I bet that.
So what would be a good digital text to
There's
this?
one that has 28 pictures, 25 pictures. just
So-
the property.
What would be a good digital, what could we send to this text message to this customer? Other homes in downtown Windermere that sold, and a little stat that says, I can't believe your home hasn't sold. Are you still interested in selling? Right? I mean, seriously. Let's do a little stat about downtown Windermere still being one of the most desirable areas. And are you still interested in selling? Maybe a little snippet from a news thing that says about how downtown Windermere is still one of the most desirable areas. And still interested, wanting to know if your home is, if you're still interested in selling. Right? It has to be something that will catch their eye. We don't know what neighborhood, they're not in a neighborhood, but they're in downtown Windermere. Guys, that farmer's market is taking off. Fridays gets really busy, right? What are you thinking, Miranda?
I'm thinking what I would say, I'm doing a course teaching new agents. I would like to use your property as a case study. What do you think sellers aren't understanding about your property from the time you've been on the market? What are agents doing wrong that they need to learn how to do right?
I love you to send that. I'd love to see what they respond. I think the answer is going to be everything! Exclamation point. Yeah. Yeah.
Why, like, where's his head at?
I love that. Okay, let's see the next one. So see, this is what I want you to think about when you send the
My
text.
neighbor.
Is it truly your neighbor?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Gladys,
No,
you've got to go
yeah.
after this.
Okay,
Okay,
so
no one else can touch this one, guys. This is Gladys.
That's really your neighbor?
Oh, it was? Oh, this was Wendy Fisher. I wonder why Wendy didn't sell it. We might want to call Wendy on that one and see why she didn't sell it. No, not touch it. Just call Wendy first and say, hey, it's my neighbor. Just curious, it expired. Would you mind if I talk to him because it's my neighbor? Yeah, I'll give you Wendy here. Let me send you Wendy's number now. No, our agents are totally fine with that. We just always want to check with them because you never know. Maybe there was a reason or something like that. It's just a courtesy.
For 875, but it's a phrase that says something. We're the only one in the state.
She might not care. She might say, geez,
I
please
thought about
take it.
leasing mine, but I'm kind of the same situation. I don't want to.
17 days in the
So if
market.
it's
Okay,
too
Gladys, I've sent you Wendy's information. Introduce yourself. She's a doll, Art and Wendy. I love them to pieces. They've been with Sotheby's forever. Just say you're new at the office. You talked to Carrie. You saw that your neighbor was listed with them and then it's expired. Ask her what happened and ask her how she would feel if you spoke with them because it's your neighbor. Totally cool. And that's what we do, right? It's courtesies, professional courtesies in our office.
And one home there was appraised for 900. My neighbor just told me. She just told me she got an appraisal for 900. So
When we could use that as the comp.
Yeah.
Okay, and here's one more, Lucerne. It's in Belmere Village, 750. I'd be surprised, 750. Flatfee.com. I don't think we have to guess why this hasn't sold. And look at this, 0. So this is a very simple one. We could just say, do a little thing on Belmere, do a little book on Belmere, say how many of their neighbors have sold in Belmere. We see yours hasn't sold. Are you still interested in selling? Or are you finally ready to sell? Depends on how bold you want to be, right? Because flatfee.com, clearly you weren't ready.
Show me instructions, call owners to remind.
Yeah, of course, because it's flat fee.
Yeah.
I mean, we know, right?
Yes,
I
I
mean,
know that's what-
so maybe they didn't really want to sell. Maybe they're like, if I get my price, it's like a make me move, right? Maybe that's the thing. Are you really interested in selling? I mean, that's the real question, but we don't want to be rude. Okay, let's pick a new area, shall we? Give me another area. Let's go back to criteria. So what do you guys think about this? We're getting the idea of what to say. Now we just got to go into Remind, look that one address up and to see if we can get their number. That way we can text them. If we can't, we can always do our letter, but the texting is so much better. Now, I want to pull up Lake Nona. We're going to pull up both zip codes because the next training that we're going to do in this area, all of Lake Nona, it qualifies for no money down, no PMI up to, I think it's 627. What? Is that crazy? So we can find buyers that can purchase their home for no money down, no PMI. Now, even if the rate's higher, do you think people are going to care as much if they're not putting any money down
No.
and not having to pay PMI?
Another news, I'm moving to Lake Nona.
Racist women.
Yeah.
Guys, that's huge. So this is what we're talking about here, right? So we can now couple this and say we have a program where we can help buyers purchase your home, no money down, no PMI.
What's the point of using?
I'm using both because it's all Lake Nona.
Is that
Mhm.
because of the,
Is it just like not it?
Well, there's other areas, and that's what Tom's going to show us how to find that in the MLS. Because I kept trying to do it and I couldn't make it work. I don't know. Because there's a certain criteria. One is minority and the other one is low income. We obviously don't have any areas that we're but what the minority one works really well for us, right?
that was the same thing that Maria Smith showed.
Yes,
the last
but
person.
but we couldn't get it to search.
Yeah.
I tried it with Maria too, it was a flop. Then I tried it with Tom, I still couldn't get it to work. So now Tom's got it working. So he's gonna show us how to do it, searching through the MLS. And then we can actually contact buyers who are renting and paying way too much in rent and say, why would you wanna pay $2,500 a month in rent when you could buy no money down, no PMI? And own, right? If you can afford a high monthly payment, 25, 3,500, right? That's all we care about.
I have a question that kind of goes along with this, but it's a little off topic.
Mhm.
Do you think that we're just seeing all these random listing agents because of how the market's been? And do you think that these companies will fade away as it becomes a buyer's market?
So hopeful. And, I don't know that it's necessarily going to totally become a buyer's market quite yet.
No, but I mean, if it
But-
switches a little, will they start to fade away?
I think exactly to your point, Emily, great question. I do believe that you're going to see a lot of smaller companies like these no-name companies that were like, who is that? Fade away. They're going to get squeezed out. Yeah, it's very hard. No, anybody else? Dawn, myself, anybody else in here? Victoria, we've had brokerages. If it's expensive to run a brokerage, I mean, if you're just your own brokerage and you're out of your house, it's still expensive. But if you try to actually have a brokerage, have people underneath you, do shows, travel to foreign countries. Oh, wait, am I talking about myself? Yes. That stuff's expensive. We had office space. It got really costly. And, to try to do that on any scale, and then you have to do marketing. I mean, it's expensive to run a brokerage. And so if you can't get enough listings to cover that and you're getting squeezed out of things, yeah, it's really hard. So I think you're going to lose a lot of smaller brokerages. Absolutely. And then what I do think you're going to find is these agents who didn't have to know anything, didn't have to do anything, put a sign in the yard and 50 people wanted to buy their house. Right?
That's why people were willing to go this one.
Yeah.
Their fees were lower.
Yeah, of course they
They
dropped
just
their
can't
pants
make it
because they
up.
didn't even know what the pants did anyway, right? Like, yeah, I'm gonna accept a contract. What does a contract mean? I don't know, but we'll get through it because you're the seller and you rule, right? That's what it was. You're right. But it's not gonna be like that anymore. And I'm gonna tell you, there's been a lot of lawsuits that have happened because, and you're gonna see more and more. I've seen more and more things where they're suing agents. Because if the seller or the buyer has lost money because of the due diligence that the agent was supposed to do, they're mad now. Now they're going after the agent as well as the other side. If the agent didn't do what they were supposed to do. And oftentimes it's because the agent didn't do what they were supposed to do. When it's a lot of these agents who just got their license, basically had the, not even dry, right? And they didn't follow the contract. I mean, how many times have we seen you don't even have the deposit in and they're still moving forward and they're like, we don't have the deposit. Oh, we're good. We still have it. No, you don't have a contract. I mean, right? They don't even know. They had no idea the rules. They have no idea. Is it business days? Is it calendar days? What are there days? We don't even know. What are the days? Like, it's ridiculous. Those days are gone. Today, we're in a day that you actually have to know real estate. And you actually have to provide services for your customers, marketing and exposure. So that is, to your point, going to help us. Yes, Emily, I think so. Okay, so now we're going to look 32827, 32832. And so far we've had 5 expired, but you're going to start to see a lot more. Let's go back to single line display. All right, so we have Kirby Smith already expired. Let's see what this is. 1.1. Who is Cliff Glanson? Flatfee.com.
Oh, that's the same one as
Hello.
the last one.
Wow.
All right, so we've already seen Cliff in 2 different markets, not knowing what the heck he's doing because he doesn't care because it's flat fee. 'Cause Cliff isn't anybody. Cliff is just a flat fee service. So what does that mean? I would take his that list ID. And another thing you could do is you could search, like we could do this too. Or that, whatever I just did there. I don't know what that was about. We could do search residential quick. And we could pull up, anybody ever do this? You don't even know what I'm doing, but you're like, never. Expired. This is so slow.
Put in the agent ID.
And put in the list agent ID. So when you start to find that there's people that you notice,
Track of the listing.
yep, list agent. Mhm. Is that the agent or is that the selling office ID that I have there? No, what happened? Why is it not pulling up? Oh, list agent ID, there it is. I hit the wrong spot. Why is it 77?
Expired.
He has 77 expireds, guys.
Wow.
Oh, all time or?
Ding, 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 in the last 180 days.
You can't take that and
Of course you can. Yes, of course you can. It's data.
But it's all over the place.
Of course, because it's flatfee.com. So these are
Like
all,
300 listings. 77
And
expired.
sometimes it's not even that same person, it's some other person you talked to.
it's all under this person.
Yes.
So look, these are all the
that fella.
places.
No,
What's the name of this guy?
Glenn somebody rather. He's in Winter Garden, Windermere, Wesley Chapel, Waldo. He's all over the place.
Can you check
Sarasota.
the status to see how many expired?
Yeah, 'cause
He has 77 expires.
No, no, no,
Oh,
the
oh,
expired.
oh. Oh, you're
damn it.
right. Hold on. Let's just do status expireds. I did expire. Yeah, I could do that, but I thought I did do that. So that's interesting criteria. Oh, you're right. Expireds. 9.
Still a lot.
But we know he has 77, so we can be watching them. So he has 9 expireds right here. Mhm.
So one of them, 1.1.
Look, he's in Ocala, he's Okeechobee. He's all over the place. He's in the Villages, the Windermere one.
Is he
Yep.
buying Okeechobee?
So here's the Kirby Smith. Yeah, right? I don't know. That's interesting. Sarasota. What's he doing in Sarasota, right? He just has his license everywhere because it's the flat fee.
He's out of Hollywood,
They
Florida.
have, like, so I had like a company buy one of my listings
Mhm.
and actually our old person over at Regal,
Mhm.
who used to be our office assistant, is working for them now.
Nellie?
No, no,
Uh-oh.
no. One that was at Celebration.
Okay.
But she just drives around and does all the work and then it's under some name, but she's like going and doing all that, but she drives like the whole like Florida basically.
Really?
Or they have people all over Florida. So it's just a company.
Yeah. It's just a company that constantly does 0. So that's so easy to beat. We already know that.
There's an agent I know of named Frank Hilty, whose goal is to put be on every county. So like he'll literally fly up to the panhandle.
I don't really know why that would be a goal, but that's an interesting goal to have.
For his clients.
Yeah,
Doesn't
right.
know
I
anything
could
about
give you
anywhere.
no service because I know nothing about this area, but I'm gonna close it because it's my goal. I have nothing to do with you. Excellent. That's why I'm in real estate. It's about me, nothing about you.
But the flat
Gosh, it
fee-
sounds like some other companies I know. Okay.
The flat fees are charging the clients, one guy explained it to me, it's like
Mm.
400, 500 to the client.
Mhm.
On the listing side. And then on our side, on the buy side, they'll give us 2.5%
Mhm.
minus 400.
Oh, so
they're
you're
making
paying for it.
$900 just to upload it to the MLS, but it's by pictures. So up to 20 pictures is 500. If you want 40 pictures, is you pay more.
They're paying for all of the
If you-
services.
Yeah, if you want to add, they don't do the services, they just,
Interesting.
so the guy has 300 listings, of course, he's making enough money,
And the pictures are
$1,000
bad.
each, it's more than enough, but it's.
Wow.
It's like a Legion or one of those
Interesting.
airlines. Yeah. Frontier. Yeah, Frontier.
So this Kirby Smith would be something I would go after. It was only on the market for 57 days. So my question would be, are you really interested in selling your property?
It's called the seller.
Well, obviously they went with Infinite Returns Realty and then flat fee. They've been trying to sell it since 06, 06.
A year.
Can you show me the pictures? I think I bet.
Sure.
Karen, I wanted to mention, I think that's a trick a lot of agents do when they put it temporarily off market. And then it's another 4 months before it expires. And that's a way to for other agents to go after.
Oh, yeah, sometimes. So that you can't, or they could just withdraw it conditionally too, and then you can't go after it.
The agent off, it doesn't go for signed contract or TOM.
Well, you can't because it's against code of ethics. Yeah, if it's TOM, you can't even contact them unless it doesn't say when the listing expires. But this one is only 57 days on the market and it's expired. So, and it gave you an expiration date already. So
And he was TOMs for 4 months.
crazy. So do you not? But this is one I would definitely go after because now we can't get a buyer for 1.1, but we certainly could get a buyer. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, these are his listings. Let's go back and do, but this is something like you might want to use, like I said, if you find an agent who you think is going to have 32827, a lot of expired listings. Watch his stuff. The other thing is, guys, you all know if an agent does not list, let's pull up another listing. Hold on real quick. 32832. Why is it only showing? Oh, let me do this clear because I had that guy in there. Just get his list number out. Hold on. Here's his list agent number. Is this clear? Okay. Let me just pull this up. Let me show you something real quick. This is something that you may or may not know. 627 32832. Okay, so let's pull up some expireds that we have right now here in Lake Nona. Let's look at agent line display. And if it were me, I would go after these right away. Why wouldn't we? So, Story Park.
But on April 4th, this property, they did a
Which one?
trust, April, Kirby.
Uh-huh.
Do the history. I
TB.
just always do the history first.
April, this is the public records,
Oh, you
April
do.
4th,
Uh-huh.
Reina's House Cedar, irrevocable trust,
Uh-huh.
price 1.1,
They sold.
April 2022, so, and this expired,
June.
I went to the public records.
Okay, well, I'm in the next one. So
Yeah.
even though they did a public trust, we can still contact them because it doesn't mean they don't want to sell it, right? Just because they put it in a public trust. And the question is, what are they planning on doing with that, right? Okay, so let's take a quick peek at this. Okay, so this is still expired. So this one we want to look at. This one right here, I would say anybody who wants to get a listing over here right now should take a peek at this. This is right here in Story Park. This was with Better Homes and Gardens. It listed at, it's at 670. It was Better Homes and Gardens. And it was on the market in December. The expiration of this listing was June. See how they wrote that? We always put that in there. Do you guys know why we do that? I'll tell you. Because by the code of ethics, if I didn't put that in there, you as an agent have a right to contact me as the list agent. And you may ask me, what's the expiration date of my listing? Now, many agents, if you ask them that, are going to get mad because we know how listing agents are. And they're going to say, I don't have to tell you anything, right? Because we know how they are. Yes, they do, because you asked. Because now what they just did by not telling you is they gave you the right by the code of ethics to contact the seller direct. You may now contact the seller and you can continue a conversation about listing their property when the listing expires. You can't talk to them about canceling the listing, but you may contact them and talk to them. I see once they say, sir, ma'am, Andrea, when does your listing by any chance expire?
Remember, it's funny.
No, you're the seller. You're the seller.
July 14th.
July 14th. Well, I see that it's been sitting on the market quite a lot. And, I don't know whether you're happy or not with Better Homes and Gardens, but with Sotheby's, we do so much more exposure. And if you're interested after July 14th, I would love the opportunity to come and tell you and do a whole marketing plan for you and show you our PR plan if that would be something that would be interesting to you.
Wonderful.
I could totally do that. I have every right by the Code of Ethics to do that. I can't say cancel right away and I can come do it right now for you. That I can't. I'm now in violation, right? But I can certainly do that because Elsie wouldn't tell me. But we always put this expiration date in like Better Homes and Gardens did, because if we have it there, you don't have the right to contact the seller. We just took that away from you.
So if
Mhm.
most listings do not have the expiration date.
Exactly. Because they're idiots. Oh, excuse me. Did I say that out loud? Because how many people do you think know the Code of Ethics?
So if it's listed there, I'm not allowed to contact the seller.
No. But if it's not, now you must call the listing agent and ask them when the listing expires.
And if they tell me,
Then you can't contact the seller.
but if they don't tell me, I can
You
just-
now can contact the seller.
That's
Or
a
call
way to
MLS
get a lot of
directly.
agents to hate you. Right?
Call MLS directly, can you?
No, you have to call the listing agent.
Can I text?
You
But,
can.
Yeah.
hmm
Do I have to say my name?
No, you don't have to say your name. You can say, by the way, when does your listing expire? You can say that. It doesn't matter. You don't have to say who you are, but they have to tell you. If they don't tell you, they're giving you the right to contact their seller. Mhm.
You know what it looks like? It looks like there was some issues with them not, with like the arranging the.
Probably the
person
showings.
Getting upset about arranging the showings, yeah.
Probably, but you know what? Oftentimes that's because of bad communication.
Yeah.
Right? How many times do we have issues just because we don't communicate well with the seller? Okay, so this would be a great one to pull because this is Story Park. I guarantee we have some strong stats about how quickly they've been selling, how much they've been selling for. This would be a great thing to say. Story Park homes were selling for this fast and this much about, year to date, this much more than last year. I'm surprised to see your home didn't sell. Are you still interested in selling? Question mark.
And
That's what I would text.
Yeah. And then you could arrange like specific days and times that they were gonna have showings so that they're not getting calls.
Exactly.
Yeah, just,
Block it out showing time.
Yeah.
You
Like, when
absolutely
people-
can. Mhm. Absolutely. As long as it's not more than 48 hours in showing time, you are allowed to do that. You can't go more than 48 hours in showing time without a showing because then you have to go TOM. But you can absolutely have more than 2 days and then a showing, then 2 days and a showing. Absolutely.
If a property has expired. but
Yeah.
you've Taken on a lease,
hmm
you can still go after that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's a totally different service. Yep. Absolutely. Okay. What do you guys think of that one? That's pretty good. I would go after that one. Here's one in Lavina. Lavina is a good community. So 14 days on the market. Okay, let's take a look first at the matching history, shall we? Anybody getting any value out of this?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. So we see that this did not sell. So it went new on the market in January with Lizette Sancho. Oh, let's steal this. Did I say that out loud? Okay, we're getting this one. Who's taking it?
I'll take.
Okay. I'm sorry, was that my evil laugh?
It's a long story.
Oh, it's someone that you know.
She takes over.
Part of that group.
Oh, okay.
We're
that's-
recording.
Yes.
We are currently recording.
We are currently recording on my private channel that you must have access to. Okay, anyway, let's take this, which will be so easy to see why it expires. Not a surprise either. It's in Lavina, which is a good community. So she went new at 6:45. She penned it the same day or 2 days later. And then she went back on the market because obviously it fell through for whatever reason. Then she penned it again in February. And then she went temporarily off market and then it expired. So nothing happened between February and June. How is that possible? The market was insane. Nobody, what? Oh, she stayed TOM. Why would you say TOM? But why would you do that? That's so crazy. Poor seller. I bet she did it, and it's a shame for the seller. Just keep her days of market down. Probably. Okay, so, yep. Buyer's responsible for their own due diligence. Yeah, it doesn't seem like anything's wrong with that, right? Okay, there you go. So I say we go after this one. This looks like a really good one. Everybody agree with that one? Okay, so what do we do in this one? Again, let's just take a quick peek. So this is Lavina. So this is what I would do, guys, right here. We're gonna do this. We say, back to criteria. Lavina. And we're gonna say sold. And we're gonna do 1/1/2022 to 7, what's today's date? 14th, it was the 14th, 2022. You're kidding.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that. Okay, we can work on that one. Lavina. So 11 homes have sold in Lavina this year to date. Let's take a quick peek and see. This is whoever's going to go after this. This is what we're going to say, in my opinion. You could do anything different if you want. We're going to look at the stats, tabular. And on average, they sold for 13 days. And they sold at 593, 631, or 218, 56 price per square foot. So she might have been a little high, but let's see this. And let's compare this to last year. Same time. Shall we? Okay. And let's look at the stats. So funny. 10 neighbors sold the year before. Now, this is good stuff, guys. Right here, we've got a really strong statement to say. Took a little longer to sell, but the difference in price is 593, 631 minus 413, 400. 180,231. So I would say, so far year to date, already 11 of your neighbors have sold their home on average for over $180,000 more. Just curious why your home didn't sell. Are you still interested in selling? That's pretty strong.
There's another one in that neighborhood who sold on 328 and now they're selling again 428.
And you can include that with a neighborhood book, a little
Oh,
book,
yeah.
right? A flip book about the neighborhood. What do you guys think? If you don't get a response from that, they're either totally mad or they just don't want to sell. But that's it. So 11 of your neighbors have already sold this year to date for an average of more than $180,000 more than last year. Are you still interested in selling your home? Right? Why hadn't you sold your home? Because you went with, no, just kidding. Just kidding. That's for the listing presentation. I mean, what do you guys think?
And only one expired. In Lavina, only one.
And only you expired. Why did you expire? What happened? I would say that for the listing presentation. Your text message has to be short and sweet. You just want them to respond back. What do you guys think? Think that'll do it? Okay, let's go back to see. Anybody give me another zip code of expires? Let's see another area for
I
fun.
would look at celebration,
Oh.
34747.
There's only a handful, there's only like 4 in the southern area.
Are you already looked? I have
But some of them
25.
might be like-
I have 25.
Some of them may have gone back on the market.
Well, yeah, because it includes reunion.
Um,
But if you're looking specifically at
Oh.
celebration.
Yeah. that
Well,
includes
let's
a
just
lot of-
see all of that area and see the high price stuff, because do we really care? I just want to know what's high priced. I mean, I'll go with the union, no?
No, no, of course.
I know, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think that-
I mean, that's some pretty nice stuff here. Let's see what we got. Spring Park Loop.
That's actually
That's
back, on-
celebration.
that's back on the market
Yeah.
with a
With us.
subdivision, with Carrie.
Oh, that,
Sure.
no, that's Kim Hawk.
Yeah, it expired and now Carrie.
Oh,
has
that's the
it.
one that Carrie has.
Yeah,
Okay, I was
she
like,
had
that
a-
looks so familiar. That
she had
looks
a
like our
brother, so
house.
it's like,
Yeah, hopefully we have a listing soon. All right, so this is
It's a great one. Yeah.
Reunion. Kevin Brandy. Let's see what this is.
Yeah,
Did this
look
one
at
come
that.
back on the market?
I think that's a new build, isn't it?
So this is back on the market with who? Kevin Brady, still back on the market
Is that a new?
and
build?
decreased.
For some reason, I think it, oh, it's new.
Hmm. Looks new, but I don't think so.
He doesn't want new
Okay.
stuff over there.
This one, this is a good price. Let's see if this is on the market. Sold, just sold in May. Bummer. Okay. Yeah, it would be nice if you could take that stuff out, but you can't. It's
Yeah,
true.
Oh, I
Yeah.
went to that open.
Expired. So this is a real expired. So who is Niz Realty? Nobody knows. Came out in November of 21. Look at this. They decreased the price. That's a pretty strong decrease. Then they increased the price. And then they expired. What in the world was that about? So this person was like, please let me drop your price. Okay, I'll bring up the price. What is that? That shows me you don't know what you're doing. Is the person the owner? No, it's vacant. They-
Reconstruction. They finished, completed April 30th.
So this is good. You know what that means? The builder's desperate. Guys, you got to understand something. When you're building a home, you're not as desperate. The closer and closer you get to the finish date, the more your fees compound. Those fees get higher and higher. Your carrying costs get higher and higher. When that home is complete, that builder wants that thing sold. Every day they're carrying the cost of that thing. That home costs them more and more. The builder is willing to drop their costs on that home every day because they're losing money every day that home sits. They're paying for the land. They're paying for all the materials. They're paying for the builder. They are losing money every day that that home does not sell. So that is a big deal. So if this thing was completed and has not sold, that builder is losing money.
ICN Homes.
Who? It's
ICN
Destination Homes by Landmark. Builder name. ICI is a good builder. I don't know Destination Homes by Landmark. I have never heard of them. Doesn't mean anything though. But this is a good one to go after.
They only let specific builders in Union. They
Yeah.
have like 6 builders or something.
But the point is, their carrying costs are high. If this was built out in April, they're losing so much money on this home. Every month this thing sits here, they are paying out, they're losing money. So if I were you
know what
guys,
else?
huh?
I'm just gonna share this because I just found this out.
Mhm.
But now when they're building the new homes, if they don't already come with the club amenities
Uh-huh.
for reunion, they can't get in,
They can't what?
get the membership. They can't get the memberships. They have frozen. For like the main, like. some of the
Seriously?
pools they can go to, but like some of them would be not available for that.
What about Encore? You know, the water park
They
and
have
all
their
that?
own. Encore has their own.
Ah,
But yeah.
interesting.
So when you're buying them and when you're
Yeah.
looking at someone's buying houses there on the listing, they'll say now if it comes with a membership, because that's a big deal.
Wow.
It was sold on May 11th.
A big deal now.
Didn't show that in the here. So where'd you look?
FYI, because I,
And that's something that a lot of agents who are listing in Reunion aren't even aware of, right? Like you can call and they'll be like, what membership? Right?
Yeah.
Like, it's very important that people in these neighborhoods are choosing agents who understand and use these mechanisms.
Absolutely. Mhm.
because that would be a big deal if then they try to go to one of the pools or something. And they're-
Oh, yeah, and they can't get in?
Talk about lawsuit on the back end.
Yeah.
Oh. This is a good one. Huh. Lorenzo, remember him?
I actually really like that.
He is really nice.
But he doesn't do any marketing.
That's true.
Exactly. So he has no business trying to market 949.
I
And
think he
the,
sold that Sterling one that we saw.
which one? Well, maybe last
Sterling,
month,
Sterling. Yeah.
last year, sure, anybody could have sold it. But now that the market is turning, you actually have to market. So I think this would be an easy one to pick up.
You go after
Let me look at
cancel
that.
listings, the thing and stuff.
Cancel's canceled. What you can't go after is withdrawn conditionally. Because conditionally means you're still in contract, you still have an exclusive listing, then exclusive agency is being protected. That's a code of ethics. So you have to wait till the exclusive agency relationship's over. Mhm. So this one I would totally go after. Totally. You should ask Jennifer Rosado about it. She has a different story.
Oh, interesting.
Not quite your story.
I will listen.
She's pretty funny. But at any rate, but I think the point is that he doesn't have any marketing. So this would be easy for you to pick up. Mhm. So I think we need to go after this home for sure. Would you guys agree? This is a good one in Celebration.
Oh, I might.
See, excellent. So go
Does it
after
have a
this one,
bedroom on the first floor?
Miranda. I only hope. I can't tell you
I
anything,
don't
but
think it does. Yeah, scroll down.
it's a 3-2.
You scroll down, does it tell the bedroom thing?
Bedroom,
No.
second floor, second floor, second floor, master room, second floor. It's all second floor. Nope. But it's still a nice bed, as long as it has enough bedrooms, it could be nice.
Yeah, he
But-
has, he has
No,
another,
I just thinking on
he has
specific.
another one in Celebration as well.
Expired?
He has a
Well,
lot there.
No, it's taken up, it's
Yeah.
taken off market. It's at one point,
It
but
Oh.
it's taken off in January,
So it's off market. Mm,
but it's a 1.65 million.
really? So that's another one to go after.
Yeah, well, I'm actually already going after that one.
Good, okay. Get it.
So I might go after that. as well.
Yeah, okay, go after them all. Why not? But the point is, you got to use our tools to explain how we can sell it because he couldn't. And he couldn't sell it in the middle of the hottest sellers market. So now when we're not in the middle of the hottest sellers market, how the heck is he going to sell it? Or anybody else who doesn't have the reach that we have. But that's why it's imperative that we each are working on our campaign showing that we are breaking records, that we have PR, that we have all these things that are doing this, helping us get these records, helping us get the PR for our customers. We can't talk about it. We want to show it. So I'm going to continually post these things. I'm going to work on having Sonia create these templates that we can use for everybody. Yes.
One thing I learned today.
Yes.
You do a template, it's great, you can pop in anything you want, anything you don't, but my marketing manager does charge you a one-time setup fee of $50.
No, I don't. I want it for social.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Carrie, can I make a stage card sticker? if
Yeah.
anyone listening
Oh, I
online
have it.
wants-
Oh, that shows it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, it's just for one time.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. Miranda Katie. I just want to touch base with everyone, especially newer agents. If you're scared or uncomfortable going after a listing because maybe it's out of your wheelhouse, you've specifically focused on buyers, whatever, it's been difficult to take listings, you feel out of practice, whatever that might be, don't hesitate or be afraid to turn to some of us. And we're happy to role play. We're happy to coach with you. Like, that's the one thing about being part of this brand is that we are very open. It's not a dramatic, backstabbing, cutthroat place of doing business. And Carrie's created a phenomenal culture where if you want to talk shop and go through your fears, the biggest thing that's going to keep you from taking a listing or going on a listing appointment is because you're afraid of something. So find out what you're afraid of, face it head on, and then team up with someone who can help you get there. If you're not an expert at a neighborhood, pair up with someone 50-50 who is. Like, there are strategies and ways for you to conquer and collaborate that other brands don't offer you. So utilize the family of your circle and just reach out to us. Most of us want to mentor, we want to help, we want to share the growth because there's more than enough to go around.
Thank you. And guys, those of you who are newer with us that don't know Miranda, when she started here, can I share?
Go ahead.
She was new. She was brand new. 2018. She was maybe
I
newer
was
than.
told we don't take new agents.
I don't take new agents. I don't know about Paul. I don't take new agents, but you know, then there are exceptions. Some of you are exceptions. We do sometimes take exceptions. But the key is everybody starts somewhere. I started new. I was a bilingual agent selling in Spanish in Baldwin Park with my mother-in-law on the phone saying, I think I said this. I hope so, because these books are really large and I'm explaining HOA docs in Spanish. They bought it. I don't know. I sold it to two guys, two of them at the same time. Yeah, I don't know. I think it went well. They didn't cancel. So I mean, we all start somewhere, right? That's the key. And so the point is, it doesn't matter. We are all here. I go with agents on listings. I mean, don't come to me in the 300. Okay, that's not happening. But
Is Janet
But-
Scott on right now? Like Janet
No.
Scott was a huge mentor to me, Maria Quintero, Dan Natoli, actually Elsie. Like there were all kinds of people that welcomed you up over time that helped you grow. And I did start brand new. I had no idea what I was doing. I thought I was gonna join Sotheby's and the luxury listings were just gonna fall in my lap like stars falling from the sky. And it was completely different than that. But if it weren't for the mentors and the leaders when I first came on, there's no way I could where I am. And Carrie's met and motivational and inspirational and, you know, of course, we reckoned with in this industry. So take advantage of the opportunities and the tools and resources you have.
well, thank you for that. But most importantly, I want you to understand we have the best name brand out there, and everybody knows that. No matter, even Ocala is getting to know us, and that's pretty shocking because they didn't. I mean, they had no idea who Sotheby's was. So it's true. You guys have that. That opens doors for you, right? Allow it to open the doors, and then you come in there and then explain what does that mean for them. That means that we have access to the highest net worth individuals out there. It means that we advertise by lifestyle when nobody else is doing that. So what does that mean? That means we're going to get your home sold. That's what it means. That's what it's about. Yeah, we have cool colors. Yeah, we have nice marketing, but it's about getting your home sold. It's not about us. And this is where other brands do it wrong. They make it about the agents. It's not about us, it's about them, right? How can we do it? And that's what I want us to focus on. So when you're reaching out to these expireds, we want them to know you didn't get your home sold. I'm so sorry to hear that, but maybe it's because they didn't make it about you. And we're going to make it about you and your home. And we're going to get it in front of the right people who have the money and get it sold. And if it's because you're a little bit cuckoo, maybe we don't take you, but that's besides the point. But we choose that, guys. And we have the power to say, we don't want your listing. And that's the power of our brand because we can do that. We do walk away, right? So anybody else? Okay, so we're a little over and I know we're going to start our lunch and learn. Anybody have a question? Anybody feel like they got something?
I
Dawn?
have a quick question. You had mentioned sending a letter as an option. or
Uh-huh.
as an
Yeah, we do that.
additional-
Handwritten notes.
Okay, so handwritten.
Hold
notes,
on,
do
I'm gonna
you
show ya.
recommend, or-
We have a couple things. We keep things like these on site for you guys to use.
Okay.
So these are beautiful. You guys have seen these before. Sotheby's postcards. This is a beautiful thing to write a handwritten note. Yeah, they're on all. Yeah, we have them. We just go through them so fast. Yeah, of course.
I've never seen them there.
Yeah. I've never
Yeah.
been there.
We keep ordering them. They go through them so fast, but yeah.
What are your
Where do you
recommendations for
keep
people?
them?
who write like a doc?
Huh?
What are your recommendations for people who write like a doc?
Get someone else to write it or
I know.
try to print it out on the printer. So you just have to get the right size. You have to, it's harder on our printers because you got to feed it through the left side or right side, you know, the side. But so you have to play with paper first and cut it. It's like a little bit of an art project, but once you get it to feed right, it's easy to feed it through. And you can make it look like handwriting if you don't write nice.
Or just write like a doctor.
Yeah.
But then nobody
And
can
no one
read it.
Exactly.
Hand, but I hand print off the time. If you print, then they might be able to read it. But listen, if you are handwriting these notes, it has to be short and sweet and to the point. And I have templates for that. I'm so sorry your home didn't sell, but we need to change it. If your home didn't sell in the market that we just had, it's time to look at your marketing. It wasn't you, it was your marketing. That is the statement, guys. If your home did not sell in the hottest sellers market, it's time to look at your marketing. Nobody does marketing like Premier Sotheby's. Let me know if you still want to sell. I'd love to do a free marketing overhaul.
And where can those templates be found?
I will send them to you, Dawn. But I think that's the new message, right? I mean, we need to say something different. If your home did not sell in the hottest sellers market, guys, seriously? What's wrong? We don't want to say it's your home because it probably was. But I think it's true. It's time to look at your marketing, right? And we're here, no one does marketing like Premier Sotheby's International Realty. We're here to do a marketing overhaul. Call, text, or email. you know, or for a free marketing review or whatever you want to call it. But let's say something different. Let's be outside the box. You can even text that. That's a great one. If your home did not sell in the hottest sellers market, it's time for a marketing overhaul. For a free market review or a free marketing review, text. Let me know. Right? I mean, that's a simple statement. If you had nothing else to say because there really was nothing good there, that's a good one. You guys like that one? Okay. Anybody else have any questions? Everybody else remember how to get this? The best way, you can just do text, text, text. If you're going to upload a whole group, I have my things on my Google, on my, Reach the app. And then you're going to do Reach the app.csv, right? Victoria, I'm doing this right. Oh, shoot, that's not it. Reach the app. What was that? What was it? Victoria, come speak to
What are
me.
you asking,
Yeah.
Carrie? I'm sorry, I was kind of out.
Reach the app dash, wasn't it CSV?
Yeah, that's the one, and open that.
Oh, I-
Is it
Here,
open?
CSV. Oh, there it is. Okay,
Okay.
so when you do Reach the app dash CSV, and then you open your Reach, remember, oh, let's see. Reach over here. You guys see what I have over here? Can you see that on my screen? Let me join, hold on. I will join the meeting. Well, I can't. If I join it, then I can't see. So when you open it from your phone, right? You have Reach, $4.99 a month. Okay, or $5.99 now. And you go to import groups. You just simply type in, it says right here, cancel, import group, import from CSV, import group.
You went to settings?
Yes, settings. Where do I get the code? Choose file. Oh, there you go. Choose file.
Carrie, you're creating the group in Side Reach, a new group.
Yeah.
Then plus
Yeah.
import from the
Right, but why did I
CS
not get my code?
the code you get from creating a group in Reach app on the phone.
No, I didn't get it either.
I didn't get the code though. It works so good when you were standing next to me.
Carrie, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but it works so much better when you were doing it with me.
Let me take my phone and walk you through. 1 second.
So Victoria was so great. I did it a different way on my phone, which was easy, but not everybody could do it. This way she did it was so simple, and it was not seeming simple right now. Let's just do this one, recruiting. Okay. Import groups.
1 second, I'm opening myself that.
So here you go into settings,
Yeah.
and then in settings, it says import export.
Oh, this is easy.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It was,
Create the group and then you can import.
Or maybe I don't have
files right
that
in your phone.
extra one. Maybe I-
Carrie, can I walk you through and everyone?
okay.
So inside your new group that you name,
Oh, okay. Oh, that's what it was. I didn't create the group first. You hit plus
Yeah.
groups, then you hit CSV, then you say import import
CSV. Mhm.
CSV from PC Mac.
Yes.
That's what it was. Then you put the code, which is 38. You're so good. 3959. And then you hit upload. Import.
So you're working both with your phone?
And it was not a valid CSV because I didn't clean it, but and then it just puts it right on your phone.
So you're working with both your
CSV.
PC and your. and
Yes.
Okay.
And it puts it right on your phone. Mhm. Let me do one of the ones that I did for people.
So you basically create an Excel spreadsheet.
Yep. So if I choose a file like I created for, let's see, desktop.
She did have to clean it up a lot.
Yeah. So let's see, I did Elise. Let's see, Elsie. No, that's not that. I did Miranda. No, I did DP Market Share. No. Where am I? Desktop. Oh, I don't know. Wildwood. No. All right. My team. No. All right, well, I can't find it on here now, but I would help you do your list and then you uploaded it right there. Did we get yours yesterday? You got it on there, yeah. So, but that's where you put it on, your group goes right in there. You got one? Okay.
Because you're right, I just had to start a group first.
Yeah, you just start the group first. All right, everybody got that?
And it shows you the protocol.
And you download them right from here. So this is where you search if you wanted to search one address, or you can search a whole community. So if we wanted to find this particular owner, Reunion's gonna be harder because they may not, but you know, this is why Reunion, they may not be here, so you might want to do their phone. So let's see if we can find this guy. Let's take a quick peek, although we're over. Where's Tom? Is he here yet? Got it right here.
Yeah, I think I
We're taking time. All right, let's see if we find this. Here we go.
So you're in Remind now.
I'm in Remind. I just looked up the address for that Reunion one. And it's beyond slow because I'm zooming and in Remind. So it's double whammy. So we can talk about the weather. We can talk about. Okay. How are you?
Too much to do.
I know. Okay, good Lord. All right, here we go.
Wonderful when the pictures come back, they look so much better than that.
Oh, that's good.
The
Sometimes,
house looks good, but.
sometimes
it's
not.
just-
It's a
Who did you have to take your photo?
I needed someone overnight, so I put it like 15 people.
Here it is.
Oh, did you do the message on the WhatsApp?
Oh my God. And here, oh, that's the listing agent. Oh. Mhm. Property information. Owners associated people. Oh, wow. Information locked. Has anybody ever seen that? Information locked.
And the.
Oh, they're probably like a cop or a legal. or a
Oh,
lawyer. It's not a lawyer,
yeah.
but
Wow,
military.
military or something. Okay, well, so sometimes they would give you information here. These are very important people. So this one you'd have to send a letter or
Don't
your,
worry, they'll tell you everything about themselves.
your little postcard. Yeah, yeah, you'll see it all on social. Also, too, if you find them on social media, you could also send that message via messenger, you know, on Facebook or something.
There are other ways to get their phone number if it's online.
Yeah, like Anywho, or what would you use?
White pages.
White Pages,
Rocket,
Anywho,
all their
Rocket.
it's
Mhm.
different.
Is real people search.
Oh, real people search, yep. So, well, guys, I hope you all got something. I'm going to thank you all for coming, and I will see you guys on Monday. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Carrie. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Carrie.
Thanks.